Hi Aquarius, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of June 2025, or whenever you find it. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please be messages for Aquarius' highest good. Thank you. So welcome back Aquarius. If you're a returning subscriber, so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I like to get one overall theme from the Wild Unknown archetype and read from the book. I think it's beautifully written. Today you have the prayer. It's page 195. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypically, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent, self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. My prayers are prayers of gratitude. Sure, I have a lot of things in my life that if I focused on, I would feel upset. And I know that that's shooting myself in my own foot. So I choose to focus on the things to be grateful for. And so my prayers are prayers of gratitude. That's just my perception of it. You know, let me know in the comments your perception if you would like. I'd love to hear from you. What are we going to open with? Ethereal Visions, apparently. Okay. A lot of people have gotten this deck, or a lot of signs. Queen of Cups. Ooh, excuse me. To the moon. We just had a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius not too long ago. It could have brought someone's emotions up to the surface. Queen of Cups feels all of the feels. We have the Magician on the other side, Major Arcana for Virgo and Gemini. We're currently in Gemini season as I record this. Two of Cups, soulmate energy, two people who pair well, right? It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be business or friendship or whatever, but definitely leaning toward romantic with the Hierophant showing up. That's next level of commitment. It's one of two marriage cards in the tarot. Major Arcana for Taurus. More Taurus energy coming through with that King of Pentacles. This is earth plane energy, so earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. That's the protector and the provider for the family. That's father, husband energy. So the Hierophant is steady hanging out on the bottom of the deck. This could be an ascension within your workplace as well. It doesn't have to be leveling up a connection to marriage or, you know, solidifying it into something more serious. It could be that you're moving up in position of power within your work life. It is like a pope or whatever, the Hierophant, and you did open with a prayer card, so maybe there is something about getting back in touch with your, I mean, that's a more religious card, whereas like I'm more inclined towards spirituality, but you know, whatever it is for you. To the floor it goes. Death on the bottom of the deck. Major Arcana for Scorpio. Oh, goodness, death to the Seven of Pentacles, maybe. Waiting for something to grow, waiting for something to give you a return on investment. It's like, gosh, we've done everything we can possibly do to get these pentacles to grow, and it's just seemingly taking a long time. I mean, with the death being on the bottom of the deck, somebody might be saying, chuck it in the bucket, you know, toss it. Not seeing that return on investment that you want to see. Return on investment. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. What flew out is the Seven of Cups. So 2 sevens, 77 opening up today. It came out on its side. Seven of Cups, somebody's either what? Putting on a mask or taking off a mask, or maybe with the Seven of Cups, it's like a confused energy. It's having a lot of options, but not all of them are good. And some of them might actually be quite disruptive to your life in general. So taking precaution about who we interact with, or, you know, Ace of Pentacles, holding out for someone who gives a solid investment there. Messages for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. This is major arcana for the sign of Pisces. As you can see, this person's upside down, just hanging there, having been put on a timeout by Spirit, or maybe they put themselves there just for like, I'm taking myself out of this for a minute. I just need to like get right. In any case, that's somebody who's not going anywhere. They're going to stay suspended until they have some sort of an epiphany, like an awareness dawn on them. Wow. 10 of Swords. Ouch. You can't really get any lower than the 10 of Swords. I mean, that's face down in the dirt with 10 swords in you. That hurts. Coming next, though, the Wheel of Fortune. And I have been seeing the Wheel of Fortune quite a lot recently in my private readings. Things are about to do a turnaround. There's some massive shift that's going to get a whole lot of people unstuck, I'd say. The Empress is coming underneath the Seven of Pentacles. This is divine feminine energy. All life is born from the feminine. She births everything into existence. She's a portal to bring things from the realm of spirit down here into the tangible, physical reality where we can hug and kiss and eat chocolate. Queen of Cups is next, coming under the Seven of Cups. The Queen of Intuition, the Queen of Feels. Very loving, expressive. The Hanged Man that we just saw is the major arcana for the sign of Pisces. That's a water sign. The Empress is Taurus and Libra energy because that's Venus. Oh, excuse me. Now we have the King of Cups showing up, coming under the 10 of Swords. Wow. They're back to back, but they're not looking at each other. He's looking elsewhere in a different direction. And she's just sitting there chilling. Your energy, let's see, cover up the little nubs for YouTube. The Star. This is your major arcana coming under the Wheel of Fortune. Are you about to become famous? I mean, literally, what is this? Something to get very excited about, apparently. You have the Page of Wands as an extra card today. 6 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Who are we going to invest in? There's 2 people. 1, 2, receiving from one person giving to 2 people. So who's a good investment of our time, our attention, our resources, and who is not, is what that says to me. So we do have an Empress and a Queen of Cups, 1 King of Cups looking in a different direction. Tarot de la Nuit. Queen of Pentacles, now a third queen showing up. This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. This is a very dark deck. Hope it comes across for y'all. We have Justice on the other side, major arcana for Libra. Justice for the feminine energy. Maybe this is several different feminines and there's one masculine deciding who he wants to invest in. Or maybe, you know, with the Empress being all four queens in one, she's just representing as the Queen of Cups here on the table. Queen of Pentacles just a moment ago. This is for Aquarius. Clarity, please, for Aquarius on this spread. Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Cups with the Devil. So, okay, the Devil, look at how tempting the Devil is in this deck, right? So that's what the Devil represents, is things that are hard to resist, energies. Look at the Seven of Cups in this deck. It's like a heavy energy. She's almost weighed down. Very murky, very dark. Now I'm getting the Four of Cups. Like, why even bother? But anyway, yeah, Seven of Cups. It's already on the table. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Seven of Pentacles came out first. And that's like, all right, we've put a lot of time and invested a lot here. And now it's just this very slow grow. And we're waiting for that return on investment. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Page of Wands. Wow, nice. Because the Page of Wands is already here. So something very exciting. However, it's also an immature energy, right? So Seven of Swords is why I bring up the immaturity. Seven of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. Someone sneaky, somebody who thinks they're getting away with something, but actually now the jig's up. Because everything that is done is seen or known by the one. You see how behind this Page of Wands is a forest. It's like somebody's been lost in the woods or something. And it's just emerging. Look at her eyes. For goodness sakes, they're like glowing. Clarify the Seven of Cups for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Feels like a lot of confusion here. Maybe Seven of Cups is a whole lot of options. Maybe it's confusion. It's Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So now the only queen who hasn't made an appearance is the Queen of Swords, which of course is your home element of air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. Queen of Wands is considered the sexy queen in the deck. She's got it going on. She feels good in her skin. She's radiating. She's magnetic. People like being around her because she's lively and feisty and passionate about her life. We have Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck, clarifying the Seven of Cups. I don't really care for this Two of Wands. It gives me kind of creepy vibes, honestly. I mean, I like skulls, but she's staring at a skull like, oh, I just want to get at this person. Like, why? God, why does it have to be fixated on one person? Just like, no. How about we just fixate on the qualities that we're looking for in a person, but not a person specifically, because we really don't want to mess with free will. You know, that goes against spiritual law, right? And the way that she's just so fixated on it, it's like she's trying to manifest this one specific person as an outcome, bridging the distance between she and he or her, whoever. I just don't like it. It feels manipulative to me, and I'm not a fan. I'm a huge fan of sovereignty and autonomy and free will. So, Ten of Swords is next. This is a backstabbing energy. Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Gotta love when the same card is like you know, clarifying itself. You see in this depiction how this person is like floating there, left for dead, right? Like, God. But it's almost like they're just coming up for air as well, right? Like, lighten it up a little. Listen, Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's starting to put the work into, I'd say, themselves to rise up from this distraction, because how else is the Ten of Swords to be interpreted, really? I mean, it's face down with 10 swords in your back. Wheel of Fortune is next. This is a huge turnaround. Suddenly, the script flips and the tables turn, and that kind of energy, fate and destiny swoops in. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please. For Aquarius, thank you, Spirit. Oh, Ace of Cups, and wake up suddenly, you're in love. I don't know who sings that, Lionel Richie. It's just like boom as soon as I saw it. So yeah, suddenly love flips the script, changes everything. 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's a wish come true. It's a wish fulfillment. The Empress is next. Divine Feminine energy. Please clarify the Empress for Aquarius. Now this could be a mother figure. Empress is a mother. 7 of Cups. 3 of Swords. Feminine energy is showing up with her heart having been ripped apart. Or maybe this is how somebody feels about her. I'm not sure, but geez, the 3 of Swords, right? And the 7 of Cups again, which is already here. Now she has a whole lot of options, but she knows that most of them are just heartbreakers. So unless they're really coming correct, it's like, no, please just stay over there. We're not interested. Yeah, you just devilish energy, just heartbreak on repeat like a broken record. No, thank you. I'd rather just pour into my own cup, right? Queen of Cups. Like, look at this. Like, this energy is looking away from the feminine. And she's like, okay, so never mind. Like, no more of that heartbreak on repeat. You can keep it. Like, seriously. Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. That's interesting. It's the same card that's over here. That was on the bottom of the deck. One person giving to 2 people. Now, the way they depict it here is very different. This is somebody seated in her throne. And it's, to me, I mean, it could go either way. Is she receiving that money or is she giving that money? In any case, she's sitting in a throne with money. So that sounds like a win to me. Clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, she's really just focusing on her stability. Clarify the King of Cups. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the King and the Queen of Cups, both being here, even if they aren't looking at each other, would suggest that there is love between them. The World. The World is clarifying the King of Cups, wrapping up some cycle, closing out some cycle here. The World is a graduation. 9 of Wands, fire energy of the 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, very guarded, protected of oneself, one's environment. Wounded warrior is what this is known as, someone who's been through a battle. They still have fight left in them, though. They're still willing to fight for something. The World is closing out one cycle and starting a new cycle. And do you know what the King of Cups is actually sitting here looking at, Aquarius? You. your energy of the star. So maybe it's not that he's looking away from her at all. Maybe he's got her on his mind and she's just out here shining like a star. Charles just meowed at that. So I'm going to take that as confirmation. We're going to let him in. Hold on. Hi. You coming in? Okay. Let's clarify the star, please, for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Pentacles. This was the card that opened up your reading today. Somebody is waiting for a return on investment is what that is. Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And mind you, we're clarifying the star. The star shines bright. In Aquarius, this is your energy. And Queen of Wands is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Leo is polarity to you on the zodiac wheel. You could have that in your chart, or maybe that's someone you're interacting with. In any case, the feminine is feeling good. She's shining bright. And the masculine energy here is fixated on her. Yeah, and I'm not even seeing this anymore the way I was seeing it earlier. Now that we dug in a little deeper, I'm just seeing it as like he's just got her on the brain. Her. She's all four queens. And, I mean, she's like the pinnacle, right? And she has a whole lot of options. And she's really weighing a decision here on who's a worthy investment of her time. And meanwhile, she's really not even all that concerned. I think she's more concerned with her finances, like we saw earlier. Just herself feeling good in her skin and making sure her cup overfloweth, that kind of thing. Maybe the masculine here is like saying prayers like, how do I... Just this look of admiration. I love it. As he looks over at the star. Who, by the way, has the Wheel of Fortune directly above her. Fated, destined, Ace of Cups, love. It's love. Okay, so we got to the bottom of it. Someone's in love, feeling the feels here. And I don't think the feminine is all that aware or invested or something in it. It just definitely gives me like, there is some sort of a rift here. Burning Heart Love Oracle for Aquarius, thank you. I want to hold you. I knew you were the one when I met you. Yeah, okay, so that's definitely some feels. Let's get some Hidden Truth Oracle for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. If you like the way I read the cards, Aquarius, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Super helpful to get me into the algorithm of YouTube. Thank you so much for your assistance. We have, I wonder if you are happy without me. I am so attracted to you and I bury myself in work to forget you. How's that working out for you? Anyway, let's get some Moonology for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Surrender to the divine. Full moon energy brings me full circle right back over here to the prayer card. Get low, get humble. Surrender to to the bigger being. We're just one little teeny tiny little piece of it. The micro to the macro. Nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. Yeah, nothing will come of it if they just continuously sit there and daydream and admire from afar. Okay, anyway. Angels and ancestors are next for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, these two apparently. We have Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Autumn, release the old and rest. Rest always reminds me of a Four of Swords, so daily deep breathing meditation, highly recommend it. And we have Night, be brave and honest. That's some sort of communication that requires courage. Water, Guardian, connect with your emotions. Yes, well, if somebody's having to communicate how they feel about someone, that could take courage, right? That would absolutely qualify as a courage rallying conversation. A couple of cards from Oracle of the Seven Energies for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Into me I see. Gives me Virgo vibes, and I'm pretty sure I saw Virgo energy. Yep, I sure did. The Hermit, major arcana for Virgo, right down here underneath this Queen of Wands. Into me I see. Know thyself, right? Like, a person can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. Then we have shining through on the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get you an animal. What is this? Spirit of the Animal Oracle for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. These are so big. Do bear with me as I try to shuffle. One card, please. Thank you. They cut me some slack. You have Swan, Grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Beautiful energy. Star Code Astro card, please, for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, so retrograde review. Retrograde on the bottom of the deck. We are literally coming into a Mercury retrograde. June 30th is the first day of the pre-shadow. The pre-shadow is when we wind down, everything starts to slow down and get a little wonky, and then we're, boom, in the retrograde for like 3 weeks. And then there's the post-shadow where we slowly come back up out of the energy. So yeah, here we go again. May we all survive. We have Capricorn, achieve. Capricorn is the energy of aspiration. Climbing, climbing, climbing to the pinnacle of success, however that manifests for you. Manifest Success deck is next. This is for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All of those apparently. We have hand, manifesting money, reach goals, financial assistance, hands-on work, and help getting a job. You also have cutlery, business tools, needing more money, living well, food related, sole provider, more work. Watch, it's time to profit, divine timing, seize the moment, waiting period, temp work, and laid off. Tree, financial growth, coming to fruition, abundance, outdoor jobs, family business, and stability. That reminds me of the Ten of Pentacles, that family generational wealth. Okay, so let's get some dolphins for you. For Aquarius, thank you, Spirit. These are my little dolphin cards. They are decades old. I've literally had them since I was like a teenager. My little dolphin cards. So they're well loved. We have caution, nets ahead. Stormy weather. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, it's this Mercury retrograde coming in. Mercury retrograde is a celestial storm. There are certain things that we can do to prepare for this storm and take precautions and all of that stuff. High surf, Aquarius. Caution, nets ahead, stormy weather, and high surf. So surf those waves, okay? Let's see, what's next? Oh yeah, charms. Charms, please, for Aquarius. We have teacher, so perhaps that's your profession. But whenever I see this, I believe we are all the teacher and all the student throughout life. Like there's always more to learn and there's always someone who can learn from us, right? So I love gathering information and passing it on to everyone. Yeah, anyway, we have love. So yes, listen, somebody is so in love here. Oh my gosh. Like they can't take their eyes off of this person. But I don't know if this person is even aware, to be honest. I don't think they've coughed up their truth yet. We have tennis rackets coming through. So if it's not tennis specifically, it's just some sort of activity that's fun and, you know, keeping your body moving, staying active, staying healthy. We have Rosa Mystica. You're not going to be able to see it probably. I believe that's Mother Mary, but to me that's just one of the aspects of the goddess. And speaking of goddess, we have the world. There's a woman inside of the wreath, even though you're not going to be able to see it in that world card or the world charm. But if you're familiar with the tarot, you would know that the world card is the woman who's inside of like this circular wreath. And lastly, we have an anchor. So anchoring yourself to something solid in those turbulent seas is what's coming through for me there. All right, let's close out with a blessing for Aquarius. That was fast. Morgan's blessing of peace after battle. Nice. A blessing of forgiveness. Maybe that's why somebody's just watching and in love and afraid to talk, because they know that it would require some forgiveness or something. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Hope something in this was helpful. Until next time, take it easy. Bye.